Ryan for purposes of making an amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk. I'll describe it as it is being passed out. Mr. Chairman, we can do better than this. This bill, this economic stimulus package, is unworthy of our new president's signature. Let me explain. Even if you're a devout Keynesian who believes that we can borrow and spend our way to more jobs and higher prosperity, this bill doesn't even meet that standard. The Congressional Budget Office is telling us that less than 10% of the money even gets spent in 2009. 2009 is the time where constituents are losing jobs, where factories are closing, where we're worried about the economy. On the tax side, which is the jurisdiction of this committee, I think this bill meets the mark even less. Rebates don't work. The economists who came to this committee just a year ago advocating for their last round of rebates now acknowledge that they didn't work. The rebates in this bill amount to $10 a week for an individual or $20 a week for couples. Do we think we're going to turn the economy around by giving people $10 a week? And when it comes to the actual economic growth, job-producing aspects of this plan, 2.7% of this stimulus plan is aimed at encouraging businesses to keep or hire new employees. 2.7% of this bill goes to companies to hire people. People have lost about 40% of the value of their pensions, of their retirement income, of their college savings plans. And so what this amendment does is it addresses one of the biggest problems in the economy right now, which is fear and uncertainty. Uncertainty on what the market's going to look like. Uncertainty on what taxes will occur when people make investments. Investment and risk-taking is receding in this economy, and this economy will not return unless it flows. But this bill, with all the borrowing and spending, will materialize a 33% increase in the capital gains tax, a more than doubling of the increase in the dividends tax. So what this does is it makes those tax rates what they are today. It says, at this time, when unemployment's at an all-time high, investment's down, the last thing we ought to be doing is raising taxes on capital, raising taxes on investment, raising taxes on people's retirement portfolios. So keep the capital gains tax at 15%, keep the dividends tax where it is at 15%, index them to inflation, because we all know with a 37% increase in the money supply, which we've had just this year, we're going to have inflation around the corner when we get out of this. That will be a further tax increase. That's what this amendment does. I urge its passage.
So it's hard to see how this fits the definition of an immediate stimulus.
Will the gentleman yield on that point?
I will in a minute. There is room for a conversation on this issue, but not right now. And I would yield to Mr. Ryan.
The reason is because we're locking up investment decisions. If people don't know what their after-tax rate of return on capital will be, they won't make the investment. And if it's going to go up by 33%, it's stopping investment from flowing, it's keeping money on the sidelines, and it's stopping it from coming to the economy. That's why the need to do it now.
I thank the gentleman.